So they're putting off lane Pango, mid lane Batrider, and
Off lane
Morphling.
Pango.
Yeah, that's how it looks like by player names.
Yeah.
Will they switch it up still? That's obviously an option that they have got going for them. But
I think I like that actually. Batrider, Earth Spirit can dominate a Leshrac.
yeah,
Yeah, and then you have the Pango offlane, who just kills the wolves with like one swashbuckle. And I think it's a pretty good setup actually.
yeah, brings a lot of utility to the team as well. This Pango looks like a pretty decent pickup, but if their lanes don't go well, this is a very aggressive lineup for the underdogs again, and I think that this one can work. Like last game, they really didn't perform properly, but it's very difficult to not execute this draft properly. You have a Lycan, you have Lesh. Pop that ulti, run at them. That's it.
I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but just based on the form I've seen last game, I can't, go for MagMa. I have to go for EHOME simply just because they seemed so uncomfortable last game, So we'll see if they can shake it off. I hope they can, but just based on last game, I'm going to go with EHOME.
Alrighty, Black going EHOME.
Yeah, I'm going with EHOME as well. I like the draft of MagMa, but after the first game, you just can't go against EHOME.
Oh, it's hard, but I feel like this game is slightly less kind of Shylock focused, and he kind of had a bit of a questionable game last game, but now that it's kind of more a team effort, I don't know, I think this might be what they need to bring them together. I'm going to put it out on the line once again and go for MagMa against perhaps the better judgment, but I'd love to hear what our casters thought of this game number 2, so I'm going to send it across to Bcop and Lacoste.
Thank you very much. Nomad, he's going with MagMa. Are you agreeing here? Are you going to go with him on the MagMa team?
I like what they have. They are trying something different in this game where, they are going a bit of all in on the push. It's still, a lineup that can scale. I don't think they can take it like super late game with this type of lineup. We're talking about like 40, 45 minutes plus. But you can't really make too many mistakes. Like Lycan is a strong hero. He will punish you. Combined with the Leshrac, there's a ton of like team fight, tower pressure. If they come off the laning stage, I'd say even, still favoring MagMa, but to go back to the talk to the point where Black said he's not convinced because they don't feel comfortable. I'm having that same feeling, but it's only one game. I've seen some of their games, and I know they can play better than what they did in game number 1.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're going to have to play better than what they did in game number 1. Obviously, there's nowhere to go but up.
Exactly. I mean, it's not like they hit the rock bottom. DPC League just started, but the showing in game number 1 was not that great. So they can definitely do better than this. One thing I'm worried about is them having 1, 2, 3, 4 melee heroes into Batrider, into Pangolier, like Undying, Tombstone. It's tough. I want to see what kind of build Morphling will go this time, because Axe seems like a really good idea, whether you turn into like Earth Spirit. Tombstone also looks really, really good, double Tombstone, because they don't have like the Tombstone hitters other than Lycan, and I don't think Lycan wants to, just use his toolkit to kill the Tombstone or 2. But if this was an EU game, I would definitely say like Morphling's getting Aghanim Scepter, turning into Earth Spirit, but we'll see how this one goes.
For MagMa, if it ends up being the same situation as it was in the first game where it's very top heavy with their farm, is this a winnable situation in that like Lycan's going to be very farmed, or is it they need to find a way to kind of share the wealth this time, right?
Yeah, you can't just concentrate everything around one hero, which they did in game 1. So it will be mid Lycan after all. Safe lane Lash. I think one thing they had to adjust is like Swashbuckle just kills wolves. You don't care too much about those, especially as you get the levels, also having the Disarm against them. But you could also be in trouble against the Batrider, because like you also don't care too much about these wolves. Also, I don't know why Batrider cosmetic looks like he's having an arcane rune, kind of glowing purple. Am I silly?
A little purple. He's got the Aegis under him. Maybe that's doing it. I don't believe he's...
Yeah, I don't believe he has an arcane rune, that's for sure.
And I don't think XM has a glitched cosmetic for this Bat Rider. But meanwhile, the Earth Spirit of Fade getting sent all the way back to base. And we were talking about it while the panel was talking about their thoughts on the draft, how Bat Rider against the Leshrac would have been tougher for XM, where he's not able to dive the tower, right? He wouldn't have been able to be as aggressive.
Bat Rider wants to be able to, you know, dive in, maybe get the 2-3 tower shots at him, still getting a kill, and then getting out. Against the Leshrac, it's really tough, because like having 1 or 2 points in Edict just kind of nullifies that. It does not allow you to trade underneath the tower.
So does the Pango pick, which pushed the Lycan from safe to mid, does that then, like that pick's not just to go against the Lycan, it also enables the Bat Rider by moving the Lycan mid, right?
Exactly, and like the bottom lane should be hard for Pangolier, because he's playing into ET and Leshrac, so every single time he gets close. Easy lane for Leshrac, I would say. Elder Titan doing a really good job just zoning them out. So for Leshrac, it's just, you know, get the farm every single time they get close. Do a couple of right clicks. Let's see what he decides to go for. Still keeping 2 points, whether he wants to go 2 points in Lightning Storm or just for Edict, and then now decides to put 2-0-1 build.
Interesting. So it's not exactly the easiest to land like the sweep with the Split Earth. You do have the slow, probably secures the sweep.
Oh, he might be in trouble. Earth Spirit just waiting if Kaz wants to use like full combo, Astral into Echo Stomp to cancel it. But yeah, Chalice needs to be careful. Level 1 Swashbuckle. Can't use it really that aggressively. It's a 20-second cooldown ability, so you need to be very careful.
Yeah, level 1 not that great. And there's the sweep. The roll comes in from Fade. That should save Chalice. And it's just Fade throwing the body, hoping to save his offlaner.
If you think about it, like, that's why Fade has Boots of Speed. At the top lane.
Tombstone right before he dies. He might be giving up some gold here.
Denies.
Good deny by Ajit, making sure that it's not the kill and the Tombstone, because that feels really bad as an Undying.
Not sure why he has Tombstone at level 2. Like, usually you see Soul Rip, then another point in Soul Rip, especially with the Morphling in the lane, where you just kind of abusing his low HP pool, bringing him back to full HP with the Soul Rip.
Some of the Undyings in the Chinese region will see like 1-1-3 or 1-3-1. Like I'm pretty sure Innocent switches it up every game.
Yeah, because Undying is a boring hero to play, so you need to make him a bit fun. You kind of surprise yourself, like, what do I have right now? Okay, I have a Tombstone, let's play with that.
Get a kill on a Mian. XM getting credit for that one. And that's just going to help boost him forward as he's 26-4 to the Lycans 19-3 currently. Oh, Mian losing a courier yet again. Just this series alone, it's felt like he's lost 5
He
or
lost
6
5
couriers.
couriers, yeah, exactly. And the second game of the series just started.
Because he lost his courier like 2 or 3 times consecutively last game, and he just felt bad. All he wanted was his phase boots to get delivered. Unfortunately, that was a struggle. So yeah, this would be a great time. Maybe have that level in Soul Rip instead of the Tombstone.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough for Undying right now. Needs to pull. It always feels like it's tough for Undying. I'm not a big fan of the hero. Let's see what he decides to get on level 3. Doesn't get anything, so surprises himself. He actually got the stats. He got the stats, +2.
He's gone back in time. He's taken stats. Very worth it. Value. Oh, level 3. Swashbuckle forward onto Dust, doing quite a bit of damage, though. Look for the sweep. Tombstone committed. There's the roll.
There's the Soul Rip.
They've got the boulder smash. They'll get the kill on the Dust. They'll look over at Kaz. I'm not certain they want to dive this, but with 3 heroes, they can. So they'll go for Kaz. They'll look for a second. Chalice with the Swashbuckle way off the mark. but the roll is there from Fade. They'll still stay on top of Kaz and get the second. That took a little longer than it needed to, but
no one
they
wanted
got
to
there.
TP, help him out. Leshrac was dead, so they kind of used that information and just went all in. Even Chalice, like, missing out on his swashbuckle, they still get a kill.
I thought that might be the point where somebody TPs. Like, now he's pretty deep, you could TP in. And they're just leaving him to die. They'll bring back both. Dust is taking a lot of harassment. This swashbuckle, now level 3. The lucky shot now level 2.
TPs are
It's
here.
rough.
1 minute later, but they TP'd.
Yeah, they've got 4 here for EHOME, and they're gonna go Geomagnetic Rip with the Boulder Smash. They'll look for the kill on the Dust, getting chased down, lassoed up just in case. Snowball not there to save. They throw down the arena. TZY looking to get the trade on the XM will do so. Miam pretty far back on the Fade as well as Chalice. X-Nova has Soul Rip available. And we'll use it on
Big Bad
Fade
Wolf
as
incoming.
he's trying to run. Shylock coming in.
Fade, what a
Kicks
play.
Chalice just to give him some space. Fade looks for the TP. Now behind the tier 2 tower. Chalice still gets killed.
They still get a kill. I mean, he kicked him, but did not give him the pizza party treatment. So top lane will be pressured, like MagMa. I said it in the earlier game where they just go 5-man strong, and they did exactly the same thing right now. Jeet might be in a bit of trouble, but you know, it's a morph, 3 points in attribute shift. Dust does not want to fully commit on him, try to land a stun because he already used the waveform. So yeah, 1k gold lead for MagMa, and I feel like it's time to start pushing some towers. Lycan has that Helm of the Dominator, which can be upgraded as well to Helm of the Dominator 2, and then you get the Ancients. That's a new one.
Is it worth?
I'd still prefer if you like get BKB, AC, Basher. Feels like a lot of a gold investment.
So it's just a luxury.
It's a 6,000 gold item.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to 2.3k Helm of the Dominator.
It's quite the upgrade cost. And over mid, they find the Lycan. They've got Lasso. Not sure they're going to be able to kill Shylock here, though. Flame Break pushing him back into the Rolling Thunder. It does work out for EHOME. Now the arena is down on Chalice as well as XM. They spear up Chalice, they kill off XM. It's a 2-for-1 trade.
And these are 2 cores, like this is a mid laner and the off lane. So a lot of value coming out from that. Yeah, you killed Lycan, but EHOME plan is just, you know, try to delay the game as much as possible. Don't lose too much, don't lose towers early on. And yeah, I think they will be set for the fight like 15-20 minutes in. Just don't get rolled over, because this is one scary-looking lineup for MagMa.
Spear hits on the Chalice. Shylock going in with that ult. Look at this, Chalice just getting ripped apart. Morphs into the Mars. Spear pushes back TZY. They still get the kill on the Pango. He just got back alive, and now he's dead again.
I think Chalice needs to tone it down a bit. He's not as tanky as he thinks. He's also level 6. There was no Rolling Thunder. Might even need to switch up his item build. I see like Orb of Corrosion right now. And I see Maelstrom. Yeah, this is fine if you're playing well, if you're snowballing. But could be in a bit of an issue where you don't have anyone who's super tanky. You do not have a frontliner against the Lycan lineup.
So where do your answers lie? Like right now, X-Nova, he was stacking, has that Ancient stack, and I believe 4 stacks, if I'm counting right. But, you know, he's trying to help out the team. They know that they're behind a little bit, and where do the answers come from? As top, hold on. Rolling Thunder comes through, that hits on the Dust. Is there any more follow-up to this? Doesn't look like it. Maybe they'll get Miam. Dust looking to turn back around because he's got some help from Kaz as well as TZY. Shards are on Chalice. He doesn't have Swashbuckle for 2 more seconds. And he's dead before it comes off cooldown. They drop down the Tombstone. They look over at X-Nova. They land the Sleep. They'll not only get his life, but they'll get the Tombstone as well. Big money going towards MagMa.
Okay, so this is their timing. Like, they need to go together, do stuff, Edict is maxed out, so a lot of easy tower push from MagMa. And if you see one member of MagMa, you probably should know that there's more there, because right now they're just holding hands.
Seems to be very indicative of their play style. Just 4 or 5 guys at all times, which hurt them in the first game, but I've been staying 3-4-5 for the majority of this one, and it's worked out quite a bit, at least for now.
If Dota was a 6-man team game, I'd probably say that MagMa would go 6-man strong and just do stuff together.
It would add a whole new dynamic to Dota. We were talking about the game being an evolving one.
No. I like Dota where it is right now. Beak Up, you need to stop. Someone might get an idea and actually add it to our game.
Start differentiating yourself from other MOBAs. Add a 6th guy. Where does he lane? 2 heroes mid?
Oh, jungle.
You gotta, then you gotta buff the jungle. I don't think he's gonna make it by himself. There's not enough gold economy for this.
There is, like, position 5 doesn't get, you know, much farm. So you have position 6, which is just jungle and stacking.
Just wards. Yeah. Chalice again getting caught. Got him dead to rights once again. He is playing very sacrificial, but that's something he's done.
That's not sacrificial, that's straight up feeding.
I was trying to make it sound a little better.
Like, you know, if it happens once or twice, you can say space, universe created, whatever, but this one is straight up feeding the enemy with the gold and XP.
Tombstone down, Walrus Punch hits, XM trying to run, won't be able to make the escape. They got the kill on the Kaz, but they end up trading 1-for-1, and should be a 2-for-1. X-Nova latched onto that tree with a great spear from TZY. Dust with another double kill, 6-2 and 3 for the Leshrac.
4K gold lead for MagMa. They took, I'd say, only 2 towers, considering the lineup that they have. And Lycan keeps farming. Necro 2 about to be delivered on top of Helm of the Dominator will be level 2 Shapeshift to lower the cooldown on it. And it's going to be much easier to play. It's looking scary for EHOME.
Yeah, being behind this much already feels rough. But it's also, you're not including the Morphling. He's just looking to go for that Ghost Scepter. Is there a point where it feels like they're too far behind? Like, are we already there? Is 5K too much for him to overcome? We've seen so many Morphling games, but it's different in each one, right? Where Ghost Scepter, when it comes online, where you can kind of make that comeback.
Yeah, just pop that Ghost Scepter, everyone runs away from you. Jokes aside, like, Morphling got buffed indirectly, where Eagle's Song cost went from 3K to 2.8. So that's, I'm not gonna say a big deal, but sometimes you need that 200 gold to join a fight. And this could be this type of a game, you know, where they group up. Necro 3 will be up soon. Just 200 gold away, so it could make a difference.
We'll say X-Nova has done a phenomenal job stacking. The jungle is just constantly stacked, every camp. Not at this exact moment in the triangle, but that's because they just took those camps.
I mean, your hero has to be good at something, right? If it's not good at playing the game, if it's not good at ganking, it has to be good at stacking.
I'm sensing that Undying might be your least favorite hero in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I always did not like the hero. Always
Which is
felt
surprising,
very
there's a techies
boring.
in there.
Very boring hero to play. Don't listen to me. Oh, good Tombstone on the high ground.
It's given the vision, but they've got the arena down. The snowball will follow. They've got the Hero Splitter to hit. XM dead. Swashbuckle through. Chalice looking to make something happen here now with the Morphling. Ajit comes in, turns into the Mars, throws the spear, hits off the shards, and now TZY will drop. They get the kill on the Mars. They're going to buy back on XM. X-Nova looking to go through on a Dust, finding themselves a second potentially. He duels, but is it only extending the inevitable? Yes, it is. So Ajit with the double kill. 3 heroes on the side of MagMa. They get the kill on a Fade. Shylock takes him out. Waveform looking to try and help X-Nova survive.
Dead.
He still can't live. The Wolves and the Necro Creeps are enough.
It's a buyback from Batrider. That's pretty big. I would call this an even fight. They lost 3, they killed 3. But the thing is, Morphling is not dying, and one like cool play that happened. Like Tusk did use Ice Shards, so Pangalier's ulti will bounce off of that, you know, just keeping them away, which is pretty nice. We're gonna see that one more time. There's a replay snowball from Tusk, and look at the shards just completely blocking off the Pangolier.
Back over is Dust, killed off by Ajit, and it looks like they're gonna get a second Yan to fall. Ajit with 2, now dominating. Morphling comes into the game, and he's got that E-Blade ready to go.
He's good to go, and they don't have the counterplay for that. Like, you can't be that fast with the snowball, because he just goes in and deletes one hero. Batrider needs that BKB. He needs to be able to survive through initial like bursts coming out from Arena, possibly Elder Titan Stomp. ET, man, he's going all in on damage. No points in natural order yet.
Yeah, interests. It might get even tougher for
My
you.
boy Fogged, if he's watching this, he would definitely not be happy. Like, it's a position 5 ET, so, you know, having Astral, 2 points is okay. More than 2 points is kind of investing so much on the damage. But you have Lesh, you have Lycan. Natural order kind of sounds much better.
See if it ends up biting Kaz as the game moves on. You've almost got Batrider with BKB.
Can't bite you in the ass because you're position 5, you know? You just say, yeah, I did what I could. I bought my wards. This game's not on me.
So I'm going to say that in my pubs now. It's a certified
Feel free to
excuse.
quote me.
Rolling Thunder, Blink. I'm a massive fan of Blink on Pango. I love the disruption in fights that it gives with the Rolling
I said
Thunder.
he needs to adjust his item build, and he did. Like, Maelstrom is fine, you know, you deal with the Helm of the Dominator creep, with the Necros, with the Wolves. You also have some sick damage, another Tombstone on the high ground. They instantly fall back. There's no Rolling Thunder, so just back off.
Definitely keeps the fight stagnant for the moment. Radiant are bouncing around whether or not they want to go to the high ground and fight or go
I
for
think
Roche.
it's also fine for EHOME not to take this fight. Like, it's only 2k gold lead right now. Considering the lineup that MagMa has, I'd say it's a pretty even game. Even if they take Roche, EHOME's back on track, because Morphling does not have a single death. He's farming nicely on top of net worth. E-Blade, Yasha completed. So who picked up? Yeah, Dust picked up the Aegis, much better choice. Like, usually you do not want to have Aegis on transformation heroes like a Dragon Knight. Sometimes on Sven it's fine. TB also is fine, but like Lycan, you just don't benefit from it that much.
Kaz.
Very close.
So BKB is about to be picked up for XM, delivered now. So he's got that ready to go, and yeah, looking at the Earth Spirit, almost finished with the Spirit Vessel, and then going into the Axe Shard.
I just wants to be able to, you know, increase the charge count by 4, and it also provides vision, so very cool. This is something that Earth Spirit needs. Like, he needs those charges, especially for Magnetize.
Mm-hmm.
You two, follow me.
Especially in a moment where you can use that extra vision. Like, yeah, you've got Tombstone, that's always nice. But another Remnant gives you that location. Maybe you get a Blink Lasso out of it.
Oh, XG was like, whew, man, I'm about to use my combo, then realize the smoke didn't break and just stops.
So just holding the triangle, Flame Break into the lasso, they find Shylock. Great job, and then they just blow him up. Really well done. Execute that combo. Walrus Punch comes through, XM in some trouble. They follow this up with the Snowball. They don't have a buyback for the Lycan. However, they're going to get the kill on XM. They'll use the Spear. That lands out of the Undying. 3-man sweep. Chalice on the run, getting low, trying to get away. He's got Swashbuckle in a second, as well as that Blink, so he gets some distance. Ajit, though, hit with the Yules. Swashbuckle comes in, and that is not the combo they needed. They miss it, and they lose the Aegis. Ajit turns into the Mars, throws a spear on the Kaz. That pushes him back a ways. Wave for him to get some distance. Shards come through, does touch the Morphling, but they're not going to chase any further.
This could have been a lot worse if that splitter actually connected on Morphling, they would have been able to kill more possibly, plus get one more kill out of that. Like the way this fight started, they picked off the Lycan, which you kind of want to kill before he can get anything off, because him and Lashrak are the main sources of the damage, but sick Chrono coming up from TZY, and he's very close to BKB. Now we're going to see that replay. Also, ET did amazing job just keeping them in place. Man, I wished he had more points in that natural order.
Yeah,
Lashrak would
the
just
difference
melt
between
them.
kills, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're also playing ET into Morph. 22 minutes in, you only have 1 point in natural order.
So pause comes out. He's hit some key sleeps.
He did, hit it. I mean, you can do the same thing with, you know, just 2 points in Astral.
Yeah. And with the extra points in natural order, I think that fight is more devastating for EHOME, for sure.
This ability scales super good. Like, from level 140, level 2 60% base armor and resist.
That is one to think about when you've only got 1 point at this point in the game.
All right, Tome of Knowledge dropped here. If no one wants it, I'll take it. I'm that guy, you know, that always buys the book. Because I'm stupid, get it? You know, I need to read a couple of books just to get on the level of players on my team.
What's the last book you read?
What is it, actually? I started reading, I believe it's Two Crows.
Okay.
Nothing spectacular. I'm kind of a guy that likes to watch the TV shows and movies much more, documentaries. Reading kind of makes me sleepy. It really does. There has to be, you know, some kind of medical condition that causes it.
Bookitis.
Yeah, I have bookitis.
Sounds realistic enough. 3K lead for MagMa. But definitely EHOME looking like they're positioning themselves to be in the driver's seat for this one. Now, and we talked about Pangolier. Changes that build, goes for the Blink Dagger after getting that Orb of Corrosion, and now he's gone back for the Maelstrom. I don't mind that.
Yeah, I don't mind that either, because they also need someone else to deal the damage. Like, Batrider goes in, uses the Firefly and Lasso. If he survives, like, his damage output after that is really not that great, and they also don't want to rely solely on Morphling to be able to deal the damage. So yeah, it's a core Pangolier, it's not a position 4, so you also want him to scale. With Maelstrom, he will be able to do that.
Go in for the Morphling. Walrus Punch comes in, as well as the Spear. They've got the damage to take out Ashen immediately. He's there for 53 seconds with no buyback.
Couldn't get the Morph off.
He
Roche
was killed so fast.
may respawn in 3 minutes 30 seconds.
Want to go for XM instead. Shylock popping the ult, trying to get on top of XM. Gets into a decent spot and TP's out. Well done.
Doesn't even flinch. Does not use a BKB.
Dire structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
Just looking at the Pango build, going for Glepnir. Is that how you say that? Glepnir?
You asking me? I don't know. You're American. You should know English better than me. I mean, even though
it's a Norse item,
yeah, I know. But still,
rolling. BKB pop by Dust. Land the stun onto this Earth Spirit. They'll take out Fate immediately. XM with the BKB chasing over onto Shylock. They've got the lasso. Do they have the damage to get the kill onto the Lycan? They do. They take him out.
Lashrak misses another stun.
Missing the stun, and it could cause him to lose some allies. Kaz TP's out. TZY is gone, and so is Miami.
Yeah, it seems like Lashrak read the false patch notes, the wrong one, where it says that Yule Scepter lasts for 2 seconds instead of 2.5. So, kind of tough one. Like, these are some easy kills. This is the second Earth Splitter that he missed. He's playing on land, maybe that's why, you know, could be the difference where there's no ping.
He's got to get better on the timings, though. I know there was like a post the other day, how to land the OD Meteor Hammer. Always time it at the H of Banished. You hit it every time. I haven't tested it out yet. but-
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. That's how I learned how to use Kunkka's combo back in the days.
I don't know if Mississippi actually lines out to 1 or 2 seconds in between. I guess it depends on how quickly you say the word. Right?
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Yeah. Well, that's how you count in hide and seek. If somebody's hiding, it's like you rush it out. You want to
I believe
be able to
that's
find it.
cheating, VCOP. We're not cheaters here.
I mean, hide and seek, anything. I'm going to count as fast as possible. No rules.
It's not called
against it.
hide and cheat.
EHOME thinking about coming up this high ground. We do have the vision with that ward. Fade to the back with that roll. Not finding anything with that, though. Sentry placed. We'll spot the Radiant Sentry. Nothing happening. A little bit of a stakeout from both sides. So just a 3K lead, and Roche potentially up in 40 seconds. So both teams posturing.
EHOME definitely wants to contest this one. Like, they do not want to let him have it for free, which happened for Roshan #1. Oh, Lycan decided to get Orchid as his third item.
Lasso out. It's his little Shrek. They've got the roll. They have the lockdown. The flame break is there, but he's not dead. He gets the BKB off. There's the stun on the
Big
chalice.
splitter.
Finally, Dust loses his life, but MagMa soon to follow. Ajit goes in, and he is taking names and taking numbers. Now he'll find Kaz's number. Triple kill for the Morphling, and they're still trying to extend for more. Boulder Smash missing TZY. The roll a little bit to his right. And now they've got the Spirit Vessel on him, as well as the ult used by
Good
Shylock.
luck.
But Fade, he's got
Chasing
the way
Earth
to
Spirit.
get away from him. There's no way to catch him.
EHOME just playing this so well right now. They're getting a pick off. They took out Lashrak as the first target. Lycan was not even there. Also, I don't think
Are scanning.
having Orchid on Lycan is gonna do the trick. Like, if you wanted to
Radiant's top tower.
get more lockdown, probably Basher is a better choice.
Take a look at this real quick as Dust does get the BKB off, but soon after just dies. Ajit gets the kill, takes out MagMa, looking for a third. They'll find Kaz. Simply done for EHOME. Now they're by the Roche pit. Ready to go. Ooh, morphs into the Mars, misses the spear. E-Blade adaptive strike combo. Snowball, BKB's been popped. They'll use the Walrus Punch. Now, lasso on a
Another lasso.
MagMa. No fall once again. But they land the stun on Axe Nova. They'll take the Undying. Courier?
He'll take it.
Morphling? His Courier goes down. Dust BKB is about to run out, so he needs to retreat. Still EHOME on the Roche pit.
I mean, Morphling items got delivered. It was pretty much an ulti orb, I believe. Not sure if it was Manta style, but I think that's it. I think he's just going for Scotty, keeping the casual Yasha. And this seems like, I'm not gonna call it a free Roche, because if ET lands a really good stomp into Earthsplitter, which he did multiple times this game, they can turn it around, and EHOME, they respect that.
I think they want to be ready just in case. BKB on cooldown for Batrider. You got it available there for Morphling, but you just don't want to group up in the pit and all of a sudden 5-man sweep. Roche is no longer yours.
No, he did. He's actually playing so well on ET. Except the part where he has
Natural
2
order.
points in natural order, 29 minutes in. Yeah, exactly.
So Smoke onto the high ground. There's the blink. Gets in front of Fade. Speared in him with the Walrus Punch. They've got the arena down. They get the cone of the Earth Spirit. They'll take out Fade. He's dead for 50 seconds with no buyback. BKB's been popped by TZY. Rolling Thunder in. It's just the Earth Spirit dead for now. Will it be anything more? Use that ult from Shylock. I think they kind of wanted a little bit more. They all, no arena now.
Earth Spirit does not have a buyback, but I think MagMa needs to be, you know, careful about it. Just a thought, if this Earth Spirit has a buyback, we run into Roche Pit, there's no arena, there's no shapeshift, so it could easily backfire, and this is why they don't go in.
Instead, they'll pressure the position of the tier 2 tower up in top.
Dire's top tower is
Psychic
under attack.
Headband picked up for Ajit. They're looking to defend, to clean up these creeps, do what they can. Walrus Punch comes through, as well as the God's Rebuke. They look over at XM. They get the kill to the Undying, but they got the lasso onto the Mars. The Earth Splitter hits on the 2. XM and Ajit get hit by that. They take out TZY. They chase on from Dust. They've silenced up Chalice.
Really
Kaz
nice
looking for the
charge.
sweep. That hits the Earth Spirit as well as the Morphling. They get the kill to Chalice. They look over at XM. They hit the stun, and they will take out this Bat Rider. Now the roll in from Fade. Ajit with Chalice, who bought back. XM also bought back. And this is looking to go EHOME's way if they can just grab these heroes.
He got it off.
Morphling going in. They get the kill on a Shylock. They'll finish off Dust. And now Mian Mian's the target as he tries to run. Turns into the Tusk, uses the snowball, lands the perfect shards, and they'll finish him off for the team wipe. Now on to Roche they go. EHOME, it cost them the buybacks from the Bat as well as this Pango. But well worth it in the end when you're able to get a team wipe and the Aegis in your hands.
They understand, like, if we use buybacks and still win a team fight, it's really worth for us. Like, we're not using buybacks. I mean, Bat Rider is a core right now. I'm not sure if they're probably not gonna give him Aegis. Still believe, like, Morphling should pick it up, even though, like, Pangolier and Bat Rider bought back, but still feel like Morphling should just take it, and he does.
To the Dire.
Picks it up, gets the cheese.
It just takes everything.
We'll see if the cheese
Radiant's
gets
top
passed
tower
over.
is under attack.
Definitely potential to see that go to somebody else. Meanwhile, the Scotty's finished for Ajit. So all of a sudden, EHOME, they've got the lead on this game. And it felt like it was going to go that way for a little while. Like it was on the cusp of moving over towards EHOME.
MagMa, they needed to achieve more with their lineup early on. They gave EHOME time to recover, and EHOME chose their fights wisely.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Gleipnir finished.
I
for
just
the
love
Pango.
saying that name. Gleipnir this, Gleipnir that.
It's probably one of the best item names at this point.
For sure.
Radiant's bottom
And it looks
tower
cool.
is
I don't know
under
what
attack.
that is, but it kind of looks cool. We'll have to Google it.
We'll find out like the G is silent. It's really just Leipnir.
Just love the colors. Can't see what it is, but no, well color coordinated item.
Radiant's
I'm pretty
bottom
sure it's
tower
one of
is
those
fallen.
like
Yeah, looks
Yeah.
like that. Well, I don't know how to explain it. He showed with his hands, and I'm agreeing. But you know what? Is it like flail, mace? I don't know what that is.
I guess you flail the lightning at people, you just spin it around. That's why it's got the AoE. I don't really know Norse mythology.
Mars.
TZUI caught with the lasso, fade right on him. They'll roll, they'll E-Blade, and they'll adaptive strike.
Dire's
All in
middle
the works to
tower
get the kill onto the
is under
Mars.
attack.
And Ajit 11-1-4. He's practically unkillable.
You know, I've heard certain people talking about Ajit not being like that good. Well, I'm convinced. I've seen these, you know, 2 games. He feels, I would say, very comfortable, you know, just joining a team and delivering like this.
Yeah. And it's not the first time he's been in this situation. You know, obviously the Ame trade that everybody was wondering about, where 5 days later they replaced Ajit with ASD.
Tower is under attack.
I think a lot of people were wondering, is this going to happen again? Are we going to see him get replaced real quick? But from the performance so far, like you
Radiant's
said, he
top
looks
tower is
comfortable.
under attack.
He really does. Like how he plays with the team, the fights that he
Radiant's
joins,
top
knows
tower
when
has
to
fallen.
farm, does not overextend. So far, so good.
Now the question is, what can MagMa do to get a little bit of a hold on this game? Their foothold has been lost, and EHOME seem to be right there and ready to drive this one home. Does this kind of stem from the fact that this liking that they wouldn't work it?
I
Feels like
was
such an
not
odd item.
listening, B-Cup. I gotta be honest. I had my eyes on Vanguard Undying. This is what I like. This is pretty hype, you know. He's trying to get the Crimson Guard, the damage block against the Lycan and the Wolves. So yeah, Undying. Just kidding. He's still, you know, one of the worst heroes to play. But yeah, this item, if he can finish it somehow, is gonna be pretty big.
Blink Lasso on a TZY. They're going to try and land a sweep here, but the Rolling Thunder coming through. Dust in some trouble. Who pop the BKB. They'll hit that Rolling Thunder through onto the Elder Titan. They'll get the kill on the Kaz.
That's a
Look
DD
towards
more for
over, are looking over towards Shylock. Pops the BKB and goes into the ult. They get the kill on the Dust. They'll take it a third. They don't have buyback on any of them. This is looking like EHOME just going to finish this one off.
I would not be surprised if they just, you know, call out this game, because they might lose all 5, and they had their timings, they missed them, so kind of rough one. Cheese,
Spade. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but they get the kill on a Mian Mian. 4 heroes dead, no buyback, and the lane pushing in bottom.
He gave him the cheese. He actually gave him the cheese. I did not notice because I thought the game is over, so I stood up. But maybe Earthspirit did not have a full inventory. He didn't. Okay. You know, the big brain plays when you make space. You scream, "I'll give you the cheese," then you make space. Someone passes it to you, and you're spamming that key. But very well played from EHOME.
It's a selfless act.
Middle tower is under attack.
Everybody at home, we've been standing the entire time.
Maybe that guy is just, you know, lactose intolerant, does not want to eat it.
I definitely know how that feels. Depends on the cheese, though.
It's good that you're not lactose intolerant.
No, never.
Okay, good. So, free set of Raxes.
Radiant's bottom barracks
10k gold lead suddenly for EHOME. Full butterfly finished. It's just rough. Like, this type of lineup doesn't really scale. You can see the power of Lycan. He's a strong hero first 25, 30 minutes. I also don't think, like, the itemization here is correct. Try to play with something different. Going for Orchid didn't work out.
Yeah, it almost felt like the second he picked that up instead of something else,
I would
his
say that
effectiveness
even
fell
if
off.
he did have the best possible item, if you had AI working on this game to, you know, show the best possible item that he could get, he got it. The outcome would still be the same.
Looking for the kill on a TZY, and they're trying to get the kill onto the Mars. They'll find themselves at least one. The arena's down, X-Nova's falling. They've got Ajit kind of away from the rest of his team, but I'm not certain they can get the kill out of this Morphling. They'll wave for him away. Down goes Mian Mian. They end up losing Kaz. 3 heroes dead. This time they've got buyback on Mars and the Elder Titan, but losing Dust too. He does not have buyback, and Shylock soon to follow. Another team wipe for EHOME. Looking like they're sealing the deal here, and there's the GG.
I believe this was the kind of best fight that MagMa had in terms of like damage output, where Lashrak spent all his mana, full duration, 4 or 5 heroes, and it's still not enough. Like, this game comes down to the draft, where one team has a draft that wants to finish the game in the first, let's say, 25, 30 minutes game. They fail to do so. The other team just takes over. It's a textbook example.
Was it the pace that kind of killed them? Like, it didn't feel like they pushed in enough. It was always fighting on their side of the map for the most part. They did take that one fight up towards the tier 2 and top, but they lost that fight.
They overextended a couple of times, and you know, just not choosing the right fights. You want to take the fight, fall back for the Roshan number 2, and try to end the game from there. Never happened.
Yeah, so EHOME, they take the easy 2-0. It's the second 2-0 of the day, and we'll see what the panel thought about that one. We throw it over to you guys. Back to you.